In this next topic, let's quickly talk about the $7,500 tax credit. Kind of explain it to you all because there are some questions about it. If you've got questions about it, put it in the chat so we can address it as well. And on top of that, there's a little bit of a loophole to qualify for the tax credit if you don't qualify currently. So let's talk about it. But if you're just joining in, my name is Dennis. I love talking about Tesla deal hacking, so definitely hit that subscribe if you're interested. So in years before, this tax credit was super confusing to a lot of people. They didn't know how it worked with like the tax credit because it has everything to do with how much you make as an individual and has nothing to do with your refund or whether you owe or get a refund at tax season. But now they've kind of oversimplified it a ton. So if you're someone that is looking to buy a Model Y and only the Model 3 Performance and also a baseline Model X, then you will get the tax credit at point of sale. It will be minus off of the purchase price, which makes it super easy and you get the full amount right away, which is kind of interesting because I feel like this would have done wonders for the Model Y and people would be buying the Model Y in droves, but it does seem like inventory is still staying really, really high for the Tesla Model Y, if not higher. And so even though the tax credit is oversimplified now and it's very easy to attain it seems like as Model Y is still a little bit stagnant. But what you have to do is you have to make less than these amounts on the screen: $300,000 for a married couple filed jointly, $225,000 for head of household, and $150,000 for W-2 income. If you are a single person, you have to make less than these limitations. And of course, there's a way, not necessarily a loophole, but if you lease the vehicle and you're someone that makes more than those incomes, you can get the full amount of the credit minus off the lease payment. But you cannot buy out the lease, which kind of, it sucks. And maybe that's something that is a loophole for plenty of other manufacturers, including right now, if you lease a Rivian, shout out to Chris Herbert for posting this. If you lease a Rivian and you make above those income limits, you get the full amount of that $7,500, and then you can then buy it out immediately and kind of get that credit as a loophole. But Tesla does not allow you to buy out the lease, and it is purely just a rental vehicle. So kind of unfortunate in that aspect, but if you're looking to get the full credit and maybe we'll have a lease for 2 to 3 years, then leasing a Tesla might be the best route for you. But there is a little bit of a loophole here for you to qualify for the tax credit if you're someone that makes too much money and is not able to get it through the normal aspect. So what you have to look out here is the terminology. It says, in addition, your modified adjusted gross income may not exceed these limits. And so there's some things with the way with the adjusted gross income to lower your adjusted gross income. Maybe some of you out there might know exactly what this means and know how to get on here, but there's a website from the IRS that explains to you how to actually lower your AGI or your adjusted gross income. And it's pretty simple. There's plenty of ways to do it, or a handful of ways to do it, but the biggest one is your retirement savings. That's like 401k, contributing to that actually lowers your adjusted income. I don't know what the top of what the maximum amount you can contribute. I think it's like 20k for your 401k, and that actually lowers your adjustable income $20,000. So if you're someone on that threshold, like let's say you're a single income earner and you make $170,000 or $69,000 and you max contribute your 401k, then you'll get under the limit for the adjusted gross income, and then you can get another $7,500 off your Tesla vehicle. And the same applies to everything above here. And so of course there's other ways to do this, like health savings accounts and student loan interest, and there's probably other ways as well. So if you're interested in it, if you're right on that threshold, then I would research how to lower your AGI or your adjusted gross income so you can figure out that loophole to qualify for the full $7,500 federal tax credit. So really there's like two of them. Of course, one for other people that are not buying a Tesla and other manufacturers that you could lease it and then buy it out, or you could do this way with the IRS and lower your adjusted gross income. Hopefully that makes sense to you. Let me know if you have any questions down below in the live stream comments or in the live stream chat. So